In the former video, we talked about the argument of design. Today, we'll look at two fascinating modern arguments that reveal a powerful creator behind everything: the fine-tuning argument and the biological design argument. Both of these arguments are grounded in science and logic, showing us that our universe and life itself didn't come about by accident, by chance. Let's start with the fine-tuning of the universe. Imagine you're adjusting a radio. You know how precise you have to be to get the right station. Just a tiny shift and it's all static. Now imagine tuning every force in the universe with that same level of precision, and even more precise than that. This is what we mean by fine tuning. Forces like gravity and the electromagnetic force are perfectly set to allow life to exist. If these forces would have been even slightly different, we'd be living in a very different and likely lifeless universe. Consider gravity. If gravity were just a tiny bit stronger by 1 part in 10 to 40, the universe would collapse in on itself. We are talking about 10 with 40 zeros after it. Too weak, and the universe would expand too fast, leaving no stars or planets. It's like tuning the volume on a radio to exactly the right level, too high or too low, and you lose the sound, but much more fine-tuned. Or take the electromagnetic force. This force controls how atoms bond, creating molecules like water essential for life. If this force were even slightly weaker or stronger, water as we know it couldn't exist, and life would be impossible. Then there is the balance of protons and electrons. They are perfectly designed so that the atoms don't become unstable. If this balance shifted by even a tiny fraction, matter itself would start to break apart. And the universe's rate of expansion, controlled by the cosmological constant, is so precise that it's 1 in 10 to the 120. Chance would prevent the universe from forming stars or planets. The chances of these forces just happening to be perfectly set is practically impossible. So unlikely that scientists describe it as one of the numbers with hundreds of zeros after it. In fact, by 2006, scientists have identified hundreds of fine-tuned features needed for life, with a probability of them all happening by chance estimated in 1 in 10 to 556. Such precision isn't random. It points to a creator with immense knowledge and power, and that creator is Allah. Now let's turn to life itself. Think about the human eye. The cornea and lens focuses light onto the retina, which detects colors and shapes, converting them into signals that the brain understands. The precision here is astonishing. Our eyes can detect a single photon, the smallest measurable unit of light. This isn't just a random arrangement, it's a marvel of design. Or take the human brain, the most complex organ known, with 86 billion neurons, each forming thousands of connections. Our brain performs millions of operations every second. This processing power far surpasses even the world's most advanced supercomputers. And it's not only powerful, it's adaptable. Through neuroplasticity, the brain constantly reorganizes itself, allowing us to learn, adapt, and even recover from injuries. The brain also regulates essential functions: breathing, heartbeat, digestion, without us even thinking about it. This kind of complexity and precision isn't random, it's evidence of a creator. When we look at both the fine-tuning of the universe and the complexity of life, we see clear signs of purpose and design. The probability of these conditions arising by pure chance is virtually zero. These arguments shows us that science and faith are not at odds. They complement each other beautifully, leading us to recognize that a knowledgeable and powerful Creator, Allah, designed it all.